Here we go. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer and partnering with Facebook Gaming, which for those who are immune or not immune to business speak, this means that Mixer just hard failed. This was an interesting thing because the way that Microsoft approached building up their platform was what they did was they just grabbed like Ninja and like Shroud and just threw a bunch of money at them, and they assumed just with like PR and the hype around that move that they would generate enough interest to get people jumping over into Mixer. I have some data for you though. So I tweeted about this. For those who don't know, obviously Mixer failed, right? And that's a big thing. Hi, guys, look what my wife brought me. Can you smell it? It looks really good with the new lighting. Yeah. Yeah, it looks real good. Thanks. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yes. So Mixer basically failed. But the thing that got me was this was... it was pretty common knowledge that Mixer wasn't doing too hot. And if you looked into the data at all on streaming growth, you would see pretty quickly that Mixer was a hard fail. Like when you look at this, you see Twitch is growing. They're obviously the biggest. They own the majority share. YouTube is YouTube, and they're doing pretty well. And Facebook is, Facebook's doing better than a lot of people, I think, realized. And people talk a lot of shit about Facebook, but they're doing fine. We're doing great. But then you get down to Mixer and, 0.2% growth. And you guys need to realize that from a business standpoint, this is probably the best time to be a streamer ever. In terms of just because I know it sounds bad, but the COVID stuff actually is a benefit for people like me. A benefit for YouTubers. It's a benefit for content streaming services, no matter what. Entertainment and home entertainment. COVID is a win. So what that means, hey man, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome. Man, tickets. It's a sub hype train. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, so it's like it's a win for us. So there's really no reason for Mixer to have failed this hard. I didn't really look into Mixer too much. But I will tell you this. It sounds like I'm rooting for Mixer to fail. I'm not. I'm just saying that they weren't doing well. I think that the more options that basically, let me frame it like this. The more options that streamers have, the more competition that there is in the streaming market. I feel like viewers and streamers win because streamers are going to have more opportunities, and the industry propels forward based on competition. When there's no competition, things stagnate. Content stagnates. Opportunities shrink. The amount of content that you get to enjoy gets smaller. So while it does sound like I'm gloating a bit, I'm not. I think that ultimately it's a shame. I mean, I'm just being realistic. If I was trying to make it on Mixer, I feel like unless you had a contract, I don't understand how any of these guys that were just trying to wing it without some sort of financial guarantee, I don't see how they could have looked at this data and stayed on this platform. I mean, they had to know. Or if they didn't know, they're like I was saying in Twitter this morning or last night or whenever I tweeted, I don't know. If they follow me on Twitter. If they didn't figure it out that it was going to go badly, I just feel like they weren't paying attention because the data's right here, and I believe there was more data before that as well, before this was released, if you were looking hard enough for it. So yeah, not a good choice to stay on Mixer. All right, let's see if my wife made good food. I was thinking, yeah, it's probably fine. Okay, commentating. I'm trying to sneak through what my wife cooked me while I'm streaming, and it's tough because I started a little late. This is... Sorry. Wow. Okay, so he just lost his flash. This is probably one of the hardest counters for Kassadin mid. Other good counters. Uh-oh, I hope he doesn't DC. That'd ruin the commentary. Other counters, Jace, Zed, any like Aurelia, any mids with good kill potential early. Talon, yeah, that's another good one. I really, you don't know how bad I don't want to remake. Because this matchup's actually so easy, it's like not even fair. They're running Kale cast since the freest game ever. I can't believe that turret hits me there. It's really important that you try to pressure this. I guess the sub, I guess we have to remake it. That sucks. Unless he gets in here. I mean, I'm always down to keep it if he can. Okay, he's here. I didn't even need to ignite him. I crit him so hard. I broke his brain. He's gonna TP, he has no other option. Is he gonna walk? Walking's very ill-advised, yeah. I was gonna say. Whoa! Kind of want to stay for Tiamat. Come on, Wukong, you're missing a really good opportunity to just end the game right now. Good. This is like it does. It really just ends the game outright. Don't pick Kassadin if you're gonna try to be impatient and not plan to farm for like 15 minutes. The biggest reason that Kassadin players fail is they don't really commit to what Kassadin's whole gimmick is. I'm just gonna go play the Rune King first this game. I'm just snowballing really hard, so might as well. I'll have Prio no matter what anyways. I think he's just tilted. Yeah, he's just running around all crazy. There's a reason that I don't like playing Kassadin unless I have like a duo partner. What's going on? Are they on it? Oh, okay. I'm down. I was down, but I need to hit 6 before I was going to contest it. Maybe I could have walked over and tried to cheese it. They're going to have to leave or they're both dead. I'll dive them both, literally. So I was thinking maybe I could have, actually I might E-flash this guy. I don't think Shyvana has enough to... I was gonna say, I don't think Shyvana has enough XP for 6. I like how the Wukong knew what I was thinking there. That was pretty clever. He knew I was just kind of exiting, and then he picks off the Shyvana. Yeah, they're dead. The enemy team's too greedy. This is a good example of solo queue just being too greedy. You're trying to do too many scaling champions on the solo rolls. Yeah, too many greedy picks. Shyvana can be here with level 6, so I'm gonna ward over. I'm glad you guys are witnessing this because, like, I talk about counters a lot. But this is one of those, like, it doesn't matter who I'm facing. Like, it could be the best Cassidon player in the game. He's just not going to be able to do anything versus this pick. And I do a really heavy, like, push prio style, and Cassidon just can't do anything versus it. We get free boots on this build, so. He's finally about to hit 6. I'm really excited for him to do it. Proud of you, dude. Proud of you, buddy. Might as well just go ahead and... yeah, I should be just going over to Rift. Boy, the Rune King rush means we clear this pretty quick. Yeah, you need to be here for this. Yeah, he's just given up. I shouldn't even ignited. They should just open. They're doomed. Does he still lose in the very late? I mean, Tryn, I mean, the thing about Cassidon is he doesn't ever have to fight you. That's the thing about split pushing. Split pushing just means that you can be in a side lane and no one can kill you, or they can duel you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can fight every single person. Tryn plays pretty damn well in the Cassidon and 1v1s overall. Yeah, he's over it. What's my favorite childhood video game? I played a lot of N64. Some of my favorite games growing up were GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Jet Force Gemini, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Basically all the rare games. Yeah, this matchup's such a squash, bro. I'm gonna dive Kale. Like, I know that she has ult, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Yep, pretty easy. This has been my new cheeky build that I've been doing. It's like best of both worlds. Play the Rune King and CDR. And then do like Stinger and then just build out a bunch of damage. Transition to Triforce if you'd like later. If you get blue buffs, you hit max CDR anyways. You're not gonna like this. I like how he tried to pop me there. That's pretty clever. I'm just too fed. I really like Undertale. People say the hype around that game wasn't deserved. I hard disagree. The game is genius. The guy who made it's a genius. Deserves all the praise he got. I fucking failed to spin kill me. Like, I'm down when things are overhyped. Like, sometimes things get overhyped, and I'm just like the Joker movie. I'm just like, this guy was no pants dancing. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like, he's such a brilliant actor. It's like, dude, he was literally in his underwear dancing for like the majority of the movie. It was an edgelord fest. Like, that's what that movie was. But then people try to say that like Undertale was overhyped, and I'm like, no, not the same. Not the same. There's nothing more fun than punishing greedy creatures. Greedy creatures. Trying to be greedy and play Kale Shyvana Cassidon. Look at that wave clear, sick. Look at this Kale go. I guess I'll just take. Look at this, 45% CDR. Play of the Rune King. Ignite. It's a mean build, brother. You better back away, greedy creature. Once you get this fed, it's your game to lose, really. I mean, just look at this. Kale on autopilot, yeah, they're broken. You guys are seeing why I prefer playing Tryndamere mid to Tryndamere top right now. Top lane's a joke, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I hate top lane right now. Like, the thing about top lane that pisses me off is that I'm so dependent on my jungler to play that fucking lane. And no, like, anytime that you bitch about a jungler being an idiot, like, I can literally make Challenger from jungle. I could learn Graves, and in like 2 weeks of spamming, I would already be where I'm at on like my other accounts. You know why? Because jungle's just broken. The only reason that I don't like playing it is because I just find it boring. I just think I don't think it's very interactive. There's no back and forth. The only back and forth is like, ooh, their jungler went into my jungle, so I go into his jungle. Ooh. Like you're not really justified in invading with most of the champ pool. You're not really justified in fighting with most of the champ pool. The champions that can be aggressive early, then you're basically hoping that your teammates can carry you after you get a lead. Most of jungling is just like power farm path and have a slight brain. It's like the freest wins ever. I am a jungle hater, but I will say this. Hate jungle all you want. It's better than top lane. These guys are just letting me, like, just walk them over. Like, I'm surprised they haven't surrendered yet. It's been the strongest. Honestly, jungle's been, like, the strongest role for, like, ever. I thought my Blade of the Rune King would do more damage than that, but I guess not. Yeah, they gave up. So what I'm hearing is I need to jungle and only camp top lane so they don't feel so bad. I'm like, let me give an example. I played a high elo game the other day, and here's how it went. So it was like, I was playing Tryndamere top into Volibear, okay? Which, whatever, Volibear is like dumb and overtuned, or whatever, right? Their jungle is playing, I think it was playing Elise or something. And the guy paths to top, like, I can't push out because I'm facing an Elise. My jungler is Zach. The dude paths towards top and dives me. I trade 1 for 1. So they dive me like at level 2, 3 or whatever the hell it was. They trade 1 for 1. And then, right after that happens, their jungler spawns, gets home guards for some reason, so the jungle can just int dive, basically. Home guards to his blue. My jungler takes the blue, and then doesn't contest scuttle. And then bot side loses. Like, hard loses. And it's like, so I just queued for 15 minutes. This is top lane, by the way. I just queued for 15 minutes to get top lane. To get dove at level 2, 3, or whatever the fuck it was. Right? Basically, I was dove on the first wave. The guy gets prio. I can't push into Volibear Elise. I get dove immediately. Like, on a wave. I get dove. There's nothing I can do. I could take teleport. Alternatively, I could back off the wave, lose the XP. But regardless of what happens, like, my bot side was still going to lose. So I wasn't even allowed to play. Do you see what I'm saying? If I stay and try to outplay the dive, that's one option. High elo, it's probably not going to work. The other option is to give away the dive. So just back off the tower and hope your team carries you. But in this particular instance, like, I traded 1 for 1 on the dive, which isn't terrible, right? It's not great, but it's not the worst thing ever. And my bot side still loses. But no matter what happens, the Volibear is going to be ahead of me. Do you see what I'm saying? I was basically given no, like, versus a really good player that, like, the game is just a numbers game at that point. Your jungler's not, you know, if your jungler's not there, it's just a 2v1. You get dove 2v1 or you back off and just give away XP, you're fucked. So basically they put resources into you. No matter, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you back off the tower, you're not coming back. And if you try to hold the dive, the only way you can carry the game now is if you basically 2v1 that dive and survive.